Yeah, I'll tell you when. Okay, now. Yeah? صلوا على محمد وآل محمد. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الصلاة والسلام على سيد الخلق وأعز المرسلين أبي القاسم محمد.
اللهم صل على محمد وعلى محمد.
على آله الطيبين الطاهرين وعلى جميع أنبياء الله والمرسلين ومن تبعهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين. My dear brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen for every blessing that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala granted anyone and any of His creation from the time of the creation until Yawm al-Qiyamah. And praise is due to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Praise is due to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. We are in debt for Allah all our lives. All our lives, every single moment, every single second. If we are to evaluate the attributes of Allah on us, the attributes, plural-wise, it's impossible. As a matter of fact, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala set the record for us and gave us the answers straight in His holy book. That one single attribute, we are not able to, one single attribute, we are not able to count the value of that attribute. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. وَإِن تَعُدُّوا نَعْمَةَ اللَّهِ لَا تَحْصُوهَا. If you want to count one ni'mah, because al-ayah spoke about what? One ni'mah. If you are to evaluate, in another term, to know the value of one ni'mah, which is an attribute of Allah on us, you are not able to value it, and you are not able to truly appreciate it. And someone would ask, what is the most valuable attribute that Allah bestowed upon us? That question posed by Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa posed by Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa which we are commemorating his death, is passing away these days. فإنا لله وإنا إليه راجعون ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. We offer our sincere condolences for our Imam al-Asr, al-Hujjah ibn al-Hasan, for the absence of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alihi from this dunya in his body and his soul. But however, he's not absent with his knowledge, because Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa alihi is a witness on his ummah, according to the Quran and according to the belief of all the Muslims unanimously. There is one thing I have decided to do personally, and I feel it's a responsibility on my shoulder before Allah. Anytime you hear anything from me, come and ask. If you're not convinced, come and ask the proof from Al-Quran and from As-Sunnah Nabawiyyah. Ask me about the proof from Al-Quran and from the true tradition of Rasulullah. And the tradition that we want to use from now on, it's not a controversial one. It's not somebody might believe in it or somebody might disbelieve in it. No, we want to use a tradition, qat'an, it is right. And unanimously among the scholars of Al-Ummah, they are endorsing it. Because for this Ummah to rise up again, and to establish the unity and to know the value of the attributes of Allah, they need to go to the purest main sources of information and jurisdiction and jurisprudence, which is Al-Quran and As-Sunnah Nabawiyya wa Sunnah Ahlul Bayt Salamullah alayhi. The other two sources, it's a must. We don't talk about it because they are given, which is intellect, the mind. You need to have the mind. You need to have the mind to do anything. Prerequisite to carry the responsibility and to know the attributes, any attributes of Allah, you need to have what? The power of thinking. Because no responsibility on the shoulder of any mukallaf if he's not able to think, and if he's not able to use his mind, and if he's not able to use his intellect. The third source of jurisprudence is what we call unanimous agreement among all school of thoughts. Al-Ijma'. Alhamdulillah, these days we barely have anything to have Ijma' on. Like Alhamdulillah, we do. At least direction towards Al-Qibla. There is Ijma' on it. At least Shahadat and La ilaha illallah wa anna Muhammadan Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. There is Ijma'. And at least Al-Quran is the book of Allah. There is Ijma', except some dumb exceptions, we don't pay attention to it from both school of thoughts. When people claim that Al-Quran is not complete, or it's been reduced, or it's been changed, which is something that we don't believe in it. And Alhamdulillah, all the other major school of thoughts in Islam also have the same belief. This book that we have, Al-Quran, it is the same book that was revealed on Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Otherwise, there is nothing we could go by. Otherwise, there is no Islam. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala stated that fact in the holy book of Al-Quran. Inna nahnu nazzalna al-dhikr. Allah made the challenge. We descended the dhikr. Which dhikr? Al-Quran. Wa inna lahu what? Lahafidhun. We are going to protect it. Not in the future, not in the past, not in the present. Lahafidhun, continuously. And a lot of things historically, we don't pay attention to these myths that generations after generations believed in it in the wrong way. They tell you Al-Quran was not gathered and classified and organized until Al-Khalifa Al-Thalith. This is not true. It's not true. Al-Quran is telling us it's not true. And Al-Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa alayhi told us it's not true. And Al-Imam Ali alayhi salam told us it's not true. And all our A'imma told us it's not true. And the prominent Sahaba, companions of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alayhi, testified to the contrary of this myth. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told His beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu لا تحرك به لسانك لتعجل به. Do not move your tongue in order to expedite reciting it before we descend it anew again. Al-Quran descended to this dunya in two forms. One whole book descended from what we call Al-Lawh al-Mahfuz. And in another form, it descended successively through interval of times in order to what? To teach Al-Ummah how to react